If you dig too far deep into moral decay, you might likely traumatize someone else. And that's also something we want to avoid. I'm Taibu Muad'Dib. This is Mornings with Muad'Dib, your inspiration and information in the morning. Tonight, we have a live contest in the NFL. The Cleveland Browns looking to solidify their playoff berth against the New York Jets. Everybody on the Jets team is fighting for a job. So expect their best effort. This is this season, doesn't matter who you play. Everyone's fighting to keep their job for next season, coaches included. So expect the Jets to show up and show out no matter who their quarterback is or who's coaching them. They're going to do their best to secure a spot. I'm going live on TikTok. Shout out to all my TikTokers out there. First Step Coaching over on Facebook. Shout out to all my First Steppers. And of course, on YouTube at Taibu Muad'Dib. I'm over here right now going live on Instagram. Instagram has done me very well. I began podcasting on Instagram a long time ago. If you're a true follower and a fan of Taibu 2 Rise, you can go to Taibu 2 Rise right now. You can request and follow. And definitely you can look at my history of podcasting. I did a whole year of relationship podcasting called You're a Mess. And I'm going to bring that back in the form of a dating show. After a year of podcasting on relationships, I believe I can help many of you find love by vetting and having a healthy relationship with lie detector tests. We're going to go into some of that a little bit later. But again, this morning I want to talk to you about moral decay. And we're going to go over the definition of that because the bottom line is without a sound moral character, you can only be so successful in life. This doesn't mean you can't make a lot of money financially being morally corrupt. You can. But life is more than just money. People are reaching out and they're getting money and they're having money, but they're still unhappy. All right. We're going to look at how people are attacking people who are successful financially to become successful themselves financially. Does that make sense? Moral decay is something that we as African people struggle with. Because of a slave mentality, because we're taught to hate ourselves, to hate our own image, to hate our own skin color. Because we're taught to do this, the European no longer has to pit us against each other. We're doing that on our own. We wake up in the morning looking for someone to tear down, to build ourselves up. Beware of this. I see a lot of it online and I see 1,000, 19,000, 100,000 likes on someone that looks like me tearing down someone else that looks like me. So I thought it meet to go into a podcast in the morning called Moral Decay. Now, generally speaking, I preach being more. My signature speech is be more. I believe that everybody has the capability to be more. That starts by taking a first step. So I named my coaching program after all of you. Taking your first step will help you to gain a foothold on a new journey and a new path. At First Step Coaching, we believe in effort, focus, and commitment change agent. So in the description, in this podcast on YouTube, and at the First Step Coaching page on Facebook, you'll find the EFC workbook link. It's my free gift to you. It's a way to get started. It's a way to identify your goal or your greatest challenge. Now, to be clear, I myself have suffered a lot from moral decay. I allowed what I saw and what I heard and what I put my energy into to affect me morally. It affected the way I treated other people. So when I went to go get value from folks, there was none to be found because all I was giving was moral decay. All I was giving was negativity. You say toxicity, whatever it is, that's what I was putting out because that's what was inside me. The dating show, I will prove that we attract who we are. That many of you are online and you're pointing the finger and all of your posts say he did it, she did it. But in general, You attract who you are. If you're getting cheated on, beat on, all these things aren't your fault in and of themselves, but you attracted the individual. So something in you has that vibe. And how we fix that is to attack the problem. It's called moral decay. All right. Get ready for a jam-packed show. If you haven't seen the comment that I have pinned on TikTok, it says, if you want to see all the picture and full effects, go over and subscribe to my YouTube channel right now to watch the full episode. Taibu Muad'Dib 4019 over on YouTube. Or in the mornings, just like my page and follow my page on Facebook, First Step Coaching. Let's go into it right now. I really enjoy you guys in the morning waking up to me. Many of you have jobs that suck. Many of you are right now listening to me or watching me, sneaking and watching me under the table at your place on the assembly line. Many of you are dealing with jobs that it's just not you. But you don't know how to take that first step out of that situation. Let me help you. Download the EFC workbook or just inbox me. We'll begin a conversation. All right. All of you aren't a good fit. All of you are not. Let me be clear. All of you are not a good fit for my coaching program. There's a process to apply and to be accepted. I want you to know that. So just because you inbox me, it just begins a conversation. I do not take on everyone that I speak to. That's my prerogative as a small business owner. I reserve the right to refuse service. All right. Some of you are just a mess. Some of you are just a mess. All right. I want folks, but if you are a mess, I need folks who are humble, willing to learn, and ready to make that step. All right. I don't want to fool around. I want to help some folks in 2024. I got you. Moral decay. What does moral decay look like? Let's look at that. Let's get that on the screen share. This is Mornings with Muad'Dib. I am Taibu Muad'Dib, and I'm going to teach somebody something right now. Let's go to the screen share. I'm over here on YouTube at Taibu Muad'Dib. Get that thing going. Hey! Tell you, I love my pet, but I said she get on my nerves sometimes. You'll be in the garage. I'll put that dog in the garage for real. Don't think I won't. All right. Right here, it says moral decay as a definition. The definition of the word moral is concerning or relating to what is right and wrong in human behavior. From this definition, we can understand that moral decay is a decline in knowing the difference between right and wrong. Thus, moral decadence appears to be a fall in the moral standard of society. Yesterday, I spent a lot of time talking about being a follower and having a following mentality, didn't I? Especially for you young people. All right. This is what concerns me, is that as what you see online falls below what's moral, you fall below what's moral. Why would you do that? Back in my day, my mom and dad used to be like, if they said, come on, I'm going to hop off this bridge, would you do the same thing? That was the big saying, like, oh, what Tito was doing it. You know, if Tito said jump off a bridge, would you do it? Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. Right? All you 75 babies out there. 75. It's a good year. The same thing applies today. If people are hopping into situations that are below the standard for your household, you know, if you wouldn't do it in front of your mama and daddy, don't do it when they're not around. Okay? That's moral decline, moral decay. All right. And I applaud all the parents out there who are giving their children structure and setting a standard. Knowing what's right and wrong with behavior, that's morality. All right. We know what's right and what's wrong. Let's go look at some stuff online that evinces moral decay, shall we? Now, you don't have to be a genius to know. There are a lot of culture vultures out there, a lot of folks out there trying to build their page by tearing down other individuals. Now, I shoot shots at Miss Kendra G. I do. I mean, I think she's putting things out there that it's just misinformation. So I'll take a shot at her here and there. But I'm not going to spend all day trying to tear her page down, platform down. Maybe in some weird, twisted way, she's actually helping somebody see the light. I don't know. I'm not sure. But I'm not going to sit here and spend my whole show or a whole TikTok reel even tearing down her success. All right. She's doing her thing. And even if she's going really crazy with it, and even if she's evincing a lot of moral decay, sister, go ahead and do your thing. All right. I'd love to have you on my podcast so I can shame you. I would love to get on my podcast so I can shame her. And I've backed a couple folks into a corner, including my family. Y'all go back on my show. I think almost every cousin that's been on my show, except for Digital B, he's avoided the shame bag. But most of my cousins, I've hit them with that shame bag. And they don't rock with me no more. But that's all right, though. They'll come back in 24 for my dating show. Taibu Muad'Dib right here, giving it to you right. Yes, Michelle Haywood. She knew it. She knew it. TD Jakes. She knew I was going there. Yes. So amidst the whole thing, people are out there tearing down their brother. Now, I happen to live in Dallas. I happen to have the pleasure of going to the Potter's house. Now, I want to say that it was everything I thought it would be. When TD Jakes gets into his thing and he says, what's his statement? When he says, I feel like preaching right now. The crowd jumps up and cheers like a NFL football game touchdown. I kid you not. I found myself on my feet. Preach, TD, preach. Let's go. Right. This is me, right? Awesome experience. Say what you will about the man, but he will preach you out your seat. This is real. The way that he breaks down information into his message, it's awesome. You get something from it. And he is a preacher who will cause you at some point during his sermon to consider your own actions. That's where he's effective. Okay. I know at some point I couldn't hear what he was saying anymore. I couldn't hear the crowd cheering. Hello, hey, what's going on? Vanessa, hey. Shout out to all my friends in Warsaw, Poland, and Frankfurt, Germany. I'm gonna get over there. I am. TD Jakes at some point had me like in a fugue. He said something that rocked me. I'm like, man, I did do that. So for about 3 or 4 minutes, I couldn't hear whatever else was going on, the crowd cheering. I was considering my own actions. So I give the brother his props for being able to reach out and connect with even a new parishioner, somebody that's just visiting church for the first time. That's his power. Okay. But lately, people are trying to build their pages, their platform, or their fame by simply talking about him and P. Diddy. Now, the LGBTQ community, right? I don't know when they're going to jump in and start defending P. Diddy. I don't know when they're going to jump in and start defending Puff Daddy's right to like boys or want to hang with boys in the middle of the night. Just them and the boys. Whatever's going on. But at some point, I would expect for it to happen. The man hasn't come out publicly. I don't believe, I haven't seen anything. P. Diddy responding to these claims that he's gay, that he tries to groom boys and get them out at night and hang out with guys and touch on whatever's going on. I don't know. But pastors and preachers lately have tried to link TD Jakes to the situation. So I'm looking at this with interest. And I look at it's this one. I'm going to show you this one reel, but it's like a yes man. Like if I'm holding the camera and my friend's talking and every time he says something, I agree with, I say, yeah, like really. But I'm gonna let you guys figure out for yourself. What I'm saying is that when people tear other people down to get fame, that evinces moral decay. That's moral decay at its finest. That's you behaving in a way that's below the standard of what you should be doing with your time. If you spend your time tearing somebody else down, expect it to happen to you if you do become successful. Right? If your rise to fame is because you tore somebody else down, somebody's going to do it to you as well. And B, I just think that would be time better spent if you were really doing what a man or woman of God should be doing, which is being at a soup kitchen, talking to kids about staying off drugs, things of that nature to build your platform. If you catch Taibu Muad'Dib doing something like this and you see me in public, slap me in my mouth. Slap me across my face. You know what I'm saying? If you catch me involved in moral decay to build my platform, when I'm professing, just want to help folks, yeah, go across my jaw. All right. Let's go into some of this stuff that I saw that talks about moral decay, and I'll get you guys out of here and back to your terrible jobs. I'm gonna let you focus on that assembly line. All right. So, moral decay, culture vultures, food for thought, the church hustle. All right. Let's go down. Let's see what I've been getting ready for this podcast. All right. The problem with success in America. Okay. Bam. Let's go with this one right here. Again, to watch the full effects picture in picture, we'll go over to my YouTube channel, Taibu Muad'Dib 4019. This right here is somebody remixing a warning given about TD Jakes and grooming. Now, I wanted to be said that while the man is trying to culture vulture Mr. Jake's success, while he's trying to hack into his rise and his fame and get a little for himself, he specifically says that there was no touching involved with the person he has on the screen. TD Jakes never touched the guy. It was just about grooming him, I guess. You know, so just throwing the thought out there he might be doing something bad. And then he says, without any proof at all, but I do know people who have been touched by Mr. Jakes. It's the craziest thing. Let's go check it out. All right. So I'm gonna stop Mr. Larry Reed live right now. So imagine this guy is this is this is he said she said at its finest, right? So I can get views on my show. I have TD Jakes on the bottom and a guy that's talking about TD Jakes on the top. And what I'm doing is extrapolating. Look that word up. I'm extrapolating what happened. And I'm going to throw in there that even though this guy admits nothing physical happened between him and Mr. Jakes, I do know some people that it did get physical with. Right? This is moral decay at its finest. So, Mr. Larry Reed, you're spewing moral decay. Shame on you. I'd love for you to come on my show sometime so I can hit you with this shame bag for real. I would like to know why you are trying to get fame for your Larry Reed live TV show online. You can barely speak and articulate yourself, but here you are tearing down Brother Jakes. I'm not for it. It's moral decay. So what I'll do is did I share it? I'm sorry. If I didn't share it, let me go ahead and share it and play it again. I apologize. I rush into these things and get it going. I'm trying to get the show done, but let me go ahead and share it so you guys can see him and see what he looks like. This is a culture vulture. This is someone trying to get fame off of Mr. TD Jakes' success.
is proof of how he was communicating with him. What he's saying is he was not physically violated. However, everything else he discussed in this video, he experienced it at the hands of Bishop T.D. Jakes, and he told me it was Bishop T.D. Jakes. This is not the only situation or the only person that has a testimony or story like this. Some others, it did get physical.
Mm, absolutely not. I'm uncomfortable even playing this. I don't know TD Jakes personally, but I'm saying, look at this bomb, you know, with the fake Chinese medallion on. You know what I'm saying? Got fake jewelry, fake Cartier shaded glasses. I mean, you know, he can barely, like I said, his articulation is off. I'm not getting anything from the guy, but he's the kind of person that, you know, really is just trying to use stars and what do you call it, vitriol and scandals to build his platform. Thumbs down, Mr. Larry Reed. I'm not going to put the bag on because you're not on my show, but shame on you, sir. Shame on you. That's moral decay, folks. That's moral decay. I'm going to get his bummy self off my screen. All right. Let's go to the next thing. What's going on, school in session? I'm over here breaking down moral decay right now for you. Love this show. If you want to see the full episode, make sure you go to Taibu Muadiba 4019 to get the full look. All right. So that's the problem with success in America is people who are morally decadent will jump up and try to knock you off your pedestal. All right. Culture vultures. Let's look and see what this is about. All right. Let's check this one out. See what we got here. All right. So, Geno Jennings, whoever that is, he's the guy. What's going on, fam? Geno Jennings is taking on TD Jakes on his podcast. Ooh. So what? And he is doing nothing more than what Mr. Larry Reed Live is doing. Just talking down on the man. Raise your hand, put a raised hand up in the comment section if you or ye yourself are without sin. You've done nothing wrong ever. Nothing that you were embarrassed about or ashamed of. I didn't think so. All right. Let's go. So here it is. Everybody wants to air out this man's dirty laundry as it seeps out. The interesting thing is that we only attack people who are successful after they've worked years and decades to become successful. Oprah, TD Jakes, Puff Daddy, on R. Kelly, Bill Cosby, on the way up. We're loving their music, loving their show, watching it when it comes on, listening to their messages, buying their information, buying their content. But once they reach a certain pinnacle, oh yeah, they fat now. It ain't gonna hurt them none. Let me go ahead and knock the brother down. That's moral decay. It's being a follower. But let's see what this bum over here has to say. And yes, you're a bum if you're knocking somebody down to build your platform up. Okay, that's creepy. So I appreciate the brother for jumping up there and having something to say. But this is my advice to Mr. Geno Jennings or whatever his name is. Bruh, get a life, you know? Get you some business. If your business is talking about somebody else's business, you're not doing God's business. Let me shame you. Let me shame you. Geno Jennings, you're ashamed. The Bible does not say, tear ye down your brother, right? The Bible actually says if someone you believe is a believer is going awry or astray, lead them back gently. This man just yelled at everybody. Watch him yell. This is not gently. Do you hear his yes man after? That's right. Yes, sir. This has to be I feel like I'm getting punked. Watching this TikTok, it's difficult for me. But it has almost 3,000 shares. All of you are caught up in this. I'm pointing the finger at all of you. It has almost 3,000 shares, almost 2,000 comments, and almost 16,000 likes. That's moral decay. That's a following slave mentality. All right. There's enough stuff going on in the country right now, Mr. Geno Jennings, that you do not have to tear down another man that looks like you to build your funky little ministry. Seriously. It doesn't take all that. I'm just shooting out there straight. What's going on, official? Shout out to everybody on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook that's joining in. Moral decay looks just like this, people. It looks like it looks like a person. I'm not getting enough views. I need someone new to tear down to put more money into my into my coffers. I want more people to sign up online for my church ministry. All right. Let me go ahead and make sure that I share this. I keep jumping out there without screen sharing. I apologize, you guys. It's just I got to get through the show. I'm almost at my time. All right. Too much commentary. The man is yelling about heaven or hell. Let's go.
He ain't tell no woman there they loose.
And how does he know that? If he wasn't there, how does he know that TD Jakes wasn't at the Puff Diddy party? Just gently, like a Christian supposed to do, gently admonishing people to trust God, right? Not money. How does he know he wasn't there? So it's crazy.
Amen. So they would call this preaching you extreme. It's heaven or hell.
That's right. That's right.
God's way or no way.
No way.
He's saying it's God's way or no way. Yeah, that's tough. That's tough. Because our beliefs in our heart are our own personal decisions. It's not for you to make that somebody else's decision. So when you say it's God's way or no way, that's really tough. It's really, really tough. I'm telling you, people, you have to watch out for individuals like this. If you're going to this man's church, it's time for you to select another church home. Trust me. If your leader, spiritual leader, is making it his point to tear down someone else's spiritual leader based off of rumors, based off of what he perceives to be a flaw in that man's character, when there's so much in the Bible about building people and correcting people the right way, this could be done totally differently. And then the man goes on to say that TD Jakes sent him an email and he emailed him back. So if you have an email relationship opportunity, I can't email to you. Maybe I can find a way to do it, but I'm just saying if I did, he probably wouldn't answer me right back. But I'm just saying this guy says that he and TD Jakes had an email back and forth about this podcast, this broadcast. If you can email the brother TD Jakes this, why are you preaching it from your pulpit? Moral decay, thumbs down on you. I'm going to get you off my screen share. Geno Jennings, everybody. Bum pastor, charlatan. It's the church hustle anyway. I've discussed the church hustle and a couple different podcasts. You can look back on my YouTube page and look at, I call it Crooks in Cloth. You guys can check that out on your own time. All right. The church hustle. Let's give it to you. All right. One more person taking a shot at Mr. TD Jakes concerning how he runs his pastoral from the pulpit sermons. All right, let's check it out. But I want you guys to know it's individuals in here with TD Jakes' name or image or coming out their mouth to get views, to get likes, to build their platform. Let's go. All right. So he's saying, so let's look at the potter's house, right? If I follow some of the things TD Jakes says on a spiritual level, and I become ultra successful in my business, in my home, in my community, $1,000 ain't nothing. I've been doing security in Dallas. There's bottles that I'm literally, there's a club downtown Dallas where stars show up for a couple of minutes. And the most expensive bottle you can pop there costs 12 G's. To just drink a bottle in a club with a star around you, or just to show you have clout and money. This man isn't talking about those nightclubs or individuals that do stuff like that or have that kind of money. He's saying that TD Jakes is basically saying, I want to pray over you and your success, over your blessings. If you have $1,000 for the ministry, come on, I want to pray over that $1,000, give it back to God. Now, I'm just saying, if you feel in your heart, because it's your offering, it's your donation, if you feel like God's blessed you and you have $1,000 that you want to throw at the altar, this man is saying TD Jakes is wrong for that. For saying, if you have, give me 1,000 people $1,000. If the man feels like he's helped 1,000 people make that kind of money, what's wrong with him saying, give it back to God, give it back to the man of God, sow into the man of God? I'm gonna keep on doing this and keep building up people and building a community. I'm just throwing that out there. So this guy obviously, and he's talking about the trip. Did you go just to have something to say negatively about the brother? You came back to your congregation and that's all you came back with? I can tell you right now that I had such a great time when I went to the Potter's house. I don't remember about hearing him ask for money. I stayed all the way to the end. I don't remember him talking about money. I didn't. There was an offering taken at some point in time. They put the cash up on the screen, this and that. It happened about 5 minutes, back on the preaching. Now, yes, he did call folks up to the front to pray for him, but money wasn't involved. Not when I went. So you have two bum pastors and a bum podcaster all trying to get likes, views, shares, or maybe even new parishioners off of tearing this man down. Moral decay. And this young lady right here, shame on, let me get the shame back. Shame on both of them. Shame on her for remixing it, and shame on him for trying to get fame off of Mr. T. Jakes' name. Shame bag. It's a shame. Moral decay is a shame. All right. Let me go ahead and make sure I screen share this as well. I keep forgetting to do it so you guys can see people's faces. I want you to see individuals that are trying to give. This is, and again, You haven't seen a European face yet. These are people that look like us tearing down their brother TD Jakes. Why? That's the slave mentality. I'll get more into that later on in the year. I'll help y'all see what's going on with that. Yeah, the brother said he was encouraged to go to check the Potter's house out, and all he got from that was that TD Jakes asked for a lot of money. That's all he heard. He's not. I don't know if he's intending to start there. He finished off there, but how can you go listen to the man TD Jakes speak, and all you're talking about is he asked for all this money from us to pray for us, and then it's just the craziest thing. But this is what the man actually says. Let's go.
Says that that's not true and that's not how they ask for offerings. So don't take my word for it. Let's listen to this pastor give his experience of visiting the Potter House.
Group to go and see TD, and the pastor encouraged us to go, was excited about it, and the arena was packed out, Niagara Falls, and he had the whole crowd worked up. Everybody's speak to your neighbor. And after he kind of got the crowd worked up, he says, okay, now I need 1,000 people with $1,000 to come down to the front real quick. I want to pray for you.
Oh, all right.
So, I mean, I don't know. You know, if you're touching folks' lives and you know you're making a difference in their lives, you know, and you ask them to come down and pray for them, you ask folks to have, you know, money to come down and pray for you, $100 hope, $1,000 hope, whatever the case may be. God's blessing people, and what they spend their money on is their personal choice. Now, true, you shouldn't sell the free gift of salvation. I'm totally against that. You shouldn't be selling it. But if you know you're making a difference in folks' lives, like me, I have LLC, I have a business, First Step Coaching. So, but I'm going to ask you, I'm going to tell you my services cost up front. You know what I'm saying? Bottom line. But the bottom line is, if you want to come back and sow into the business, whatever the case may be on your own, or you come to a webinar, whatever, whatnot, and you want to donate into the business, I put the Cash App up, man, because I'm speaking somewhere or something like that. If you want to give into the business, I don't want somebody like this janky pastor here saying, oh, Taibu Muad'Dib charges $75 to come to the event and then ask for $100 more on his Cash App on the screen. If you felt moved to give it, go ahead. Right? I'm wrong for that? Nah. Tipping is a part of American society. It's just a tip. If you want to give a TJ's $1,000 tip because later that night you're going to go spend $12,000 on a bottle, whatever. But each individual you see here talking about the brother Jakes clearly is not as successful as the brother Jakes. All right. Stop the screen share. I'm almost at my time. I want to throw one more things in front of you guys this morning, just to let you know I'm well-rounded. Taibu Muad'Dib, Certified Goal Achievement Coach. If you are ramping up to make a New Year's resolution next year, but you want to add some manpower and resources to make sure you carry that thing out for the entire year, go ahead and inbox me, let me know. I will get you the workbook. We'll get you the video masterclass to get you started. It's a free resources to get you geeked up, get you going, get you focused on what you want to do. And then we'll have a conversation and see if you're a good fit for the First Step Coaching Program. All right. Okay. Food for thought. I'm going to give this to you guys. I'm going to get out of here. I'm already past my time. I apologize for that. Let's go ahead and check this out. This brother right here, he's building the platform up. I don't see very many comments and very many likes. He's building his platform up, but I like what he's talking about. So let me go ahead and screen share, play it real quick. It's only a few seconds. I'm going to get that and get you guys out of here. But I like what he says. It's just something to think about when it comes to us as a people having our own government, us having dominion over ourselves, freedom, getting reparations, getting land. How should our government run? What would it look like if we were to take care of our own business? All right. Let's check this brother out real quick.
I've never had a military, police, or a jail system because they had zero. The Dogon tribe never had a military, police, or a jail system because they had zero crime. They would have disagreements, and then an elder would negotiate the terms of an agreement between the two sides, and that was the end of it. And here we got militaries, we got an Air Force, we got an Army, we got Marines, we got submarines and ballistic missiles, intercontinental ballistic missiles, and nuclear warheads, and we got jails and prisons and all that. And we calling ourselves civilized. These people lived in a place during a golden age with no military, no police, no jails, and knew more about astrophysics than we knew, living in total peace and harmony. We don't know nothing. We still launching.
I like this guy. Now you see the difference between moral decay and someone just putting information out there that's food for thought to upbuild people. I support this brother's platform. This is the opposite of what you had heard initially. When people look like us, build us, shoot us information to raise our level of consciousness, that's what Taibu Muad'Dib can get behind. I applaud this brother. And that's the show this morning. Remember, this is Morning with Muad'Dib, information and inspiration just for you. So who do I want to win tonight? Let's go Jets. Put one in your. Of course, I'm going to be biased. Let's go Jets. I want the Jets to win because the Brownies are in AFC North with us, and that ups our chances of getting into the playoffs. So yeah, let's go ahead. This Jets, do it one time for the Gipper. Jets, Jets. Get the win tonight, man. Beat the Brownies. Make our chances. Of course, the Steelers. Make our chances of making the playoffs better. Taibu Muad'Dib in the morning. Support your team. Have good sportsmanship, and that's the show. I'll see you guys tonight for Live Your Truth. Let's go. Live your truth. Let's go. Oh, yeah. That's how you do it, baby. Giving my people something a little bit extra. Today, I want you to focus on focus. Where's your focus at? If you have a hard time keeping focused, staying focused, getting focused, I'm your guy. All right. First Step Coaching. I'm going to go ahead and put the link's already in the description. If you're ready for your one-on-one coaching experience, make sure that you go to calendly.com/Coach Taibu. If you're having a difficult time staying focused, especially in those critical moments, I'm your coach. I'm your guy. Let's line that thing up. Let's see how the roadmap looks to getting you more focused. Activities that will help you be more present in the moment that you need to be. All right. It's a skill set that you can acquire. It's no big deal. We just have to work on that thing. All right. I'm here for you. Download the workbook. Go to the calendar site. Get on my calendar. I would love to have a conversation with you and see if you're a good fit for the program. All right. I appreciate everybody for tuning in this morning. Remember, today's word is focus. I want you to focus. Focus on what you're doing. Focus on the plan. Focus on the mission. Focus, everybody. It's Taibu Muad'Dib, and that's the show.